Hello, welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Carolyn Park of Hughes, Fowler, and Carruthers. So, Carolyn, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you, Michael. Good to be here.
So, Carolyn, tell us, what is Hughes, Fowler, and Carruthers, and what's your role in the firm?
Sure. We're a firm of expert and specialist family lawyers based in London, in England. And our client base, we represent high net worth and ultra high net worth clients who are divorcing, especially in terms of the complex financial issues that you will know flow from the end of a marriage. And we also help clients who are dealing with disputes involving their children after a separation and in the drafting and negotiating of prenup and postnuptial agreements. So that's the main work of the firm. In terms of my role, I'm a partner there.
Okay. So, Carolyn, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney in New York. When do you think my clients would most often require your services?
Well, a huge amount of our work is made up of international cases. London's a very international city, just like New York. So most of our cases, I would say, involve an international aspect to them. In terms of your clients, Michael, it would really be if they are considering moving to England, or their spouse might be moving for work or other reasons, or they might have an adult child who's coming here for an extended period to study or to work and who might marry during the time they're here. Anything that brings your client or their family potentially within the net of English jurisdiction. That's what we're here to advise on the English law exposures that flow from that. And I think it's probably useful to note that England has something of a reputation for being generous in terms of the claims, the financial claims for the weaker financial party on divorce. So, my role is either, depending which side I'm on, to maximise those claims or defend against them if the asset protection goal is to the fore.
Well, it's great to know. That really is. So, Carolyn, what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
I think the biggest day-to-day challenge at the moment for family lawyers in England is the delays in the court system. I mean, it's a conversation I've had, you're nodding, with a number of other practitioners in other jurisdictions. But, the court system here is overloaded, underfunded, and really creaking. So that's a sort of day-to-day challenge and can be quite difficult to navigate. I mean, I think the other challenges are really sort of case by case, but it could be where, the assets are particularly complicated across many different countries, or, there's thorny issues around valuing assets before you even get on to how they should be divided. And then there's, the personalities, because ultimately family law is a people area of the law, isn't it? So
Yes.
dealing with cases where somebody doesn't feel like they want to disclose things. So there are issues of non-disclosure, or, there might be other issues, addiction issues or domestic abuse, those very human issues that can make the case complicated.
Oh, absolutely. Very similar to New York. Very
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
So, Carolyn, what would be the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
Sure. I mean, but by email or by phone, all the details are on our website, which is www.hf, I would say for Freddie, but it's for Fowler in this case, hfclaw.com.
Perfect. Perfect. So now, Carolyn Park, we have now come to the most important part of our show,
Mm-hmm.
and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Carolyn Park, this is your question of the week. If you could choose one superpower, teleportation, invisibility, or the ability to read minds, but it only works once a day, which would you choose and why?
That's a great question.
Hmm.
I think for me, the answer is quite easy. I love to travel. So without hesitation, my answer is obviously going to be teleportation. And I'm thinking of a world where, you could have dinner on Monday in Rome and Tuesday in New York and Wednesday in Tokyo and Thursday in Buenos Aires and Friday in Sydney, and then maybe I'd spend the weekend teleporting between safari in Botswana and the beaches of Thailand. I think that would be pretty great.
Wow, I have to tell you, that is a great answer. And Carolyn Park, you have said it all. You are helping matrimonial litigants in England one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you for having me, Michael.